Hello and welcome back to another episode of the MSRT YouTube channel. I'm James Bull. If you didn't know me by now, we have a 60-second video of myself on our YouTube channel, so go and check it out. Today's episode we're going to show you around the factory. We're going to pull the layers back and show you how we actually build a vehicle. So let's go and have a little look around. Right guys, now we're in stores and this is where the process starts, even before a vehicle arrives in from Ford. As you can see behind me, we've got a lot of OZ racing alloys, as tall as you can see. These ones are made in Italy. We'll be going shortly into the stores area and showing you the bumpers, the arches and etc. to load onto a trolley and then take you on a journey through the prep area, the body shop and the production facility where we can show you how you put a vehicle together. So let's go and have a look around. Right, I've got my picking list and I'm going to go and start picking some parts. This picking list has got VIN number on there, our internal job number and a forecasted build date as well. So I'm going to start picking the parts. The first part that I've got on here is the rear quarter panel. What I've noticed as well when I'm picking these parts is that we've got MSRT logo on there and the part number is on there as well. So I'm going to chuck this one on the trolley and that's the first part for my kit. There we go. Right, just picking the final parts of the kit, which we'll load on the trolley, which will be taken into our prep area for the first stage. As you can see by the kit, it is a raw plastic, so quite a shiny finish which we need to dull down really in the prep area so that the paint will adhere to the surface. This kit was introduced in 2021. Prior to this we had RIM, which is reaction injection molded plastic on our vehicles. We used to manufacture that in-house in Pontypool. Now we manufacture this overseas and import that into our facility before we actually do any work on the kit. So we just need to go and take this kit into prep. Let's go and take them over. So we're just outside prep now, and before we go into the prep area, I'm just going to talk you through the process because when we're inside, you're not going to be able to hear me that well. So what we're going to be doing when we go inside is prep this part. And what prep means is rubbing this down, so keying up ready for the primer and the painted to adhere to the part itself. So we'll be rubbing it down with a DA sander, and then once we've done that, we will then be adding the primer onto that into the primer booth. And then once we've had the primer on, we'll be prepping that ready then for the paint area. So let's go and have a look inside. I just need to put my appropriate PPE on before I go inside, and then I'll go and show you how it's done. Just finished off my front arch here, which I just prepped in the prep area with the guidance of one of the boys in the prep area. So just going to go and take this to paint. Fair play to the guys in there. They're in there, 8 hours a day rubbing these down. So it's all handcrafted as well, as you can see we were just doing there. So big respect to the boys in that prep area. Let's go and get this painted. So we're just over in paint now in the paint booth, and we've got Kyron here, who's one of our painters in MSRT. I've got my prep part, so he's going to talk us through the stages that we're going to go through now to get some colour onto this panel. Over to you, Kyron.
Cheers, mate. So there's actually 4 stages in paint. The first stage being the most important part, which is the cleaning down. So we use like a plastic degreaser to clean the panel down, and then after that we use a tack cloth and an anti-static gun to go over it.
Yeah, so anti-static, obviously we've been rubbing that panel for a lot, and we use something special to actually remove the static, I guess?
Yeah, it's just a gun it is. You plug it in and then you just go over that part. It just takes the static out of that panel to stop like inclusions landing in the paint.
Yeah, so anything in the atmosphere or whatever, just drop in and land it on there before you paint it.
Yeah.
After that, what's the next stage now?
So the next stage, stage 2, is then actually painting. So we apply a wet on wet primer.
Okay, so I thought that we applied the primer over the far side in prep, but I'm guessing that's only on select parts, and these ones just have that wet and wet added onto them.
Yeah, depending on what the part is made out of, like these we can go over with a wet on wet over raw plastic, whereas some parts need 2-pack priming in the prep.
Yeah, okay. So after the primer, what's next?
After that then it's just applying the colour. So depending on the colour, there could be different coats. So like for example, KLM blue, there's 2 full coats of base coat. Then there's other colours we do, which is a yellow, radiant yellow. Yeah. Nightmare, 5 coats.
Is it?
Yeah.
You like coming in when there's a yellow van day?
No, I don't.
Book a day off.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. After you've put some colour onto the parts, what's next?
After that is just the final stage then, and we come in with the clear coat, and then we apply 2 full coats, and then we're done.
Okay. How long is this, like from start to finish, how long does this take to actually get a full kit painted in you?
Depending, like I said, depending on the colour, like any time between 3 to 4 hours. That's from start to finish, so that's like including the bake cycle, which is half hour as well.
It's quite a long period of time that we actually put into these parts, obviously from prep to painting the parts. There's a lot of labour that's gone into them. Even we're only on stage 2 really, from picking the part to actually going into prep to going into the body shop the paint shop, and we've got a load of labour that's been added into it. So should we go and get some colour on these parts?
Yeah, great, come on.
Let's go. So as you can see, the kit has now been painted by our MSRT team. So we've prepped this part, now we've painted this part. The next stage is for this part to sit on the shelf for 7 days. Once it's been sat on the shelf for 7 days, then we're allowed to fit this onto the vehicle. The reason for that is to make sure that the paint is hardened and cured before we fit it to the vehicle. I hope you've enjoyed another episode of MSRT's official YouTube channel today. If there's something that specifically you want us to show you as we go through the process next time, please comment below and we'll make sure we try and get that included into the footage for next time. Otherwise from that, see you next time. Make sure you like and subscribe and see you on the road. Cheers guys.